outreach to the next generation of scientists. I'm thinking things like women in engineering, which my aunt did in the mid-70s, and I'm sure it's much changed since then, but it's still going to be changing in the next 20 years. I'm thinking Space Camp. I'm thinking the Science Museum. And I'm also thinking of that Science It's a Girl Thing commercial that was on YouTube recently. I would like your experiences and your advice to people who are involved with outreach to the next generation of scientists. Could you talk about that? And also, if you've got some reactions on the commercial, I'd love to hear it. Thank you.
It's so well-intentioned.
Can you describe the commercial?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was released by the
EU. It was the European Union.
Right.
Something.
And the goal was to try to get girls more interested in science, and so they released a video called "Science It's a Girl Thing," which basically had a typical scientist dude in a lab coat, and then these three, doing science with beakers, and then these three supermodel kind of women come in and do stuff with makeup, and it was
in high heels, open-toed soles, open-toed shoes in the lab.
Oh my God! I heard from a scientist on Twitter, and it was like they would get kicked out of this lab so fast. Your PE. It was really horrible, and it was that pinkification of everything. In order to make it appealing to women, you have to talk about makeup and make it pink, and it failed a lot.
On behalf of the EU, I apologize.
The campaign itself actually had some interesting content. I did like some of the ideas they had. However, they needed to remove the lipstick logo, the lab coat strip tees, and the same goggles, and the high heels. But the content itself I can't argue with. I think one of the big keys to getting women interested in science is that they don't hear that they aren't interested in it. And the website itself had really great profiles of women scientists and what they do, and it was all great. But they came out, their major PR campaign was this, which, like you said, it's a Science It's a Girl Thing with the eye and
packaged it wrong.
Lipstick.
It was even worse because one of the representatives at first, before consulting, I think their marketing department said, no, it wasn't for women, it was targeted for like 12 to 18-year-olds.
What?
One of the women that I know that does like the most with mentoring younger women is actually an engineer who used to be a model. And it was really interesting to me to talk to her about her thoughts on that video. And what she said is that, like you said, it was well-intentioned, because there is definitely both a problem with, there's a problem with telling people who they are. And so we both had the problem with telling girls you aren't interested in math and science, but we also have a problem with telling girly girls that's not for you either. Like only, you can only be into that if you're kind of butch. And we also have a problem with telling little girls that aren't girly, you're not really a girl if you're not girly. And she said that video just lumped all of those problems with telling people who they are into one thing. But that she actually does think that there is really value in having little girls see lots of different types of women involved in science. So they can see that it isn't just one type of woman that gets involved in science, it's lots of different women.
Everybody can do it, and everybody.
And like Maria mentioned, the women that they interview on the main website are incredible. They're from all different countries, and they all look different, and they all speak in different languages, and they all do very different things. So the program as a whole, I give 2 thumbs up on. Just really that color that video.
I also need to plug in terms of getting young women interested in science and skepticism. I write for a blog called Skepchick. We also have a sister site called Teen Skepchick, which is populated by teens. I think there's actually a panel for the Teen Skepchicks. 3:30 on Sunday. These girls are amazing, and they are and having an outlet for them to be able to speak and have that kind of a community is really important. We don't have a